After our adventures on the bay, we made our way back to Hanoi. We crashed for the night, and then early the next morning we made our way to Sapa. If you watched our Cambodia episode, you know that we were complaining about how hot it was.
I'm starting to rethink this whole chasing summer thing because I'm sticky and wet every day. It's gross.
Now we're complaining about how cold it is. Justin and I are wearing pretty much every layer we've brought. Justin's even wearing a poncho. It's pretty funny. Who knew that chasing summer meant warming up by the fire? Look at how cool this is. We made it to Sapa. Yes, it's a little gray, it's a little misty, but I think that adds to the aura of how cool this place is. We arrived at Sapa by car, and it was so cloudy and foggy the entire way, we had no idea what we were looking at. But this morning, when we woke up, we looked straight out into the terraced rice fields and had this incredible view. I'm so glad we made it. In Sapa, we decided to stay a little bit outside of town at these really cute bungalows. It's like a not so cheap version of glamping, but we used our Chase Sapphire Reserve points. Here's our bed, and really this is the entire room. It's chilly. It's definitely really chilly at nights, but luckily they give us an electric blanket to keep us warm at night, as well as an electric heater. But otherwise, what you see is what you get. The best part of this room, and the whole reason why I wanted to stay here, is because of the view, but only when it's nice out. There's not too much to see right now.
But on our second morning, the fog was clearing up, which meant it was time to fly. To see this place and to stand here, words can't describe the feeling. These hills were not designed for beauty, but created for practicality, and yet it feels like an artistic masterpiece, a painting or the work of a brilliant landscape architect, the work of a genius. There are a few ways to get around the region. Hire a driver, hire a tour guide and hike, or get some wheels and rough the road on your own.
We decided to rent a scooter and explore the area on our own. The scooter rental for the day is only $6 versus the $80 trek that we would have taken instead. So we're pretty happy with our decision. The roads are terrible here, so we are taking it slowly.
The bumpy roads took us to more remote areas where, as we descended the mountain, the skies opened and the temperature warmed. We've spent the entire morning riding around small villages in the hills. It was time to find some lunch. We were waved into a small restaurant. Yes, this is a restaurant. And you never know what you're gonna get. But what I do know is that I can always order a pho. There are a few ethnic minority villages sprinkled around the region. We found our way to Ta Van and enjoyed seeing the buzz of local life.
Trekking is a popular activity in Sapa. And luckily for us, it's our final day, the weather cleared, and we're doing our own trek. We're walking to town and Justin saw a path. Didn't know where it led, but it looks like a shortcut into town.
The colorfully dressed local women prey on tourists, waiting at the village entrance.
We happened to trek in a reverse direction from the popular route, which meant that we were bothered less.
We just drove through a cloud. Has anyone seen my cameraman, my driver? I need to get back. I can't find him anywhere. I can't see a thing. Anyway, we just drove through a cloud to get to Sapa town, where we are having second lunch, first dinner, before going back to our hotel, since it's in the middle of nowhere and they charge pretty high prices for meals. So instead we get to try some more street food, try some more grilled food, and enjoy the town. I asked just one lady how much a scarf was.
Take a picture and buy one.
They're all trying to sell them to me.
Take a picture and you buy one also. I see you before you go and go buy. So you happy have.
Sapa is so beautiful, and I can't believe that we actually made it. We've seen so many pictures of beautiful rice paddies, and we're here, we're standing amongst them. If you're ever in Hanoi and you have the chance to visit the countryside, do it. It's something you won't forget. For us, it's a dream come true to be here.
With Sapa behind us, we had now completed a very busy 10 days of adventuring. From Ninh Binh to Ha Long Bay to Sapa, we were moving around constantly, and all of it worth the effort. We felt like we accomplished a lot, and now we had 2 nights in the capital, Hanoi. We were lucky to find ourselves in Hanoi during the weekend, where the night market in the old quarter was full of activity. The energy was amazing, and the streets were full of local music and theater. And of course, there's food everywhere, from local Vietnamese, to yummy doner kebab, to meat on sticks, and roasted chestnuts. There's fresh fruit and juices, and Taiwanese sausage. Want something sweet? There's fresh cakes. You got your liquor stores, and your banh mi, of course. Circle K mini stores, and tourist busy bars. Popcorn and fresh sugar cane, just to show a few. And after you've eaten enough, enjoy some alternative street rock. Or get some exercise playing shuttlecock in the street. But definitely get involved with some dancing in the park by the lake. In Hanoi, our hotel was on Home Depot Street. What I mean is that it seemed like our street was mostly hardware and housewares businesses. They don't have big box stores like Home Depot here in Vietnam, but instead areas within the city where such businesses all exist together. One street over and you might find Bed Bath & Beyond Street.
Need a wheel?
Can't imagine how the shopkeeper here finds anything in the store. One of the real highlights about being here was experiencing the famous train street.
I'm here at the world famous Hanoi train street. As you can see, the train tracks run right through the street. Life happens all around it, and when the train comes, the locals know to just scatter, collect their belongings, whether they're having tea or coffee or preparing their lunch, And then once the train comes and goes, they resettle back into daily life. Today, unfortunately, we missed the early morning train and the train doesn't come till later tonight, which we can't show you because it will be dark. So instead, we'll be back tomorrow to see all of the action.
I took advantage of the opportunity and decided to put our old GoPro to work for the perfect video clip. We left the GoPro on the tracks to watch the train come at it. At the last moment, I feared that I had not placed it low enough and worried that the train was going to demolish our old action cam. But I was wrong. The GoPro rolled while Viv and I stood amazed at the towering train cars going by, just a few feet from our faces.
It survived.
It's been an incredible 30 days in Vietnam. I can't believe we've actually spent an entire month here. We've seen and accomplished so much as we headed from Saigon all the way up to Hanoi. We hope to be back soon and spend another 30 days here, if not longer. This country is so vibrant, the people are friendly and just have this sense of playfulness about them. I can't wait to come back. Vietnam, we'll see you again soon. For now, it's time to get back to the beaches, get back to the sun, and we're gonna celebrate the holidays in Thailand with my sisters. See you in Thailand!
Chu? Nice to meet you, Chu.
They want us off the bridge.
Everyone's always talking about the cloud these days. What is the cloud? Lao Cai? Look what I found. Kitty in a basket. You know, you store your photos in the cloud, store your music in the cloud. Who knows? Well, I think I just found it. I'm in the cloud. Best day ever.